Hello everyone and welcome to my Thursday afternoon 1-minute forecast. Meteorologist Hunter Binstock here. Going to start off with a look at our weather alerts across the state. Now we have a wind advisory valid until Thursday 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This is going to be for those winds 30 miles an hour sustained with the potential to see 40 mile an hour gusts. Now we also have a fire weather watch out there in eastern portions of Montana valid until Friday 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. This is going to be for those increased winds up to 30 mile an hour, as well as relative humidities as low as 20%. So there still is a bit of a fire risk out there in eastern Montana. Now looking at the SPC's current thunderstorm outlook, we're looking at that marginal region for western portions of Carson County, but pretty much the entirety of North Dakota and portions of eastern Montana in the non-severe, but there is a likelihood of thunderstorms this afternoon. Looking at our satellite and radar right now, we've got those clouds in the central portions of the state, just some in and out clouds. Still going to have a fair amount of sunshine this afternoon until we start to see these rain showers really start to develop. You can start to see them developing down there in the northwestern portions of South Dakota as of this time. It's just rain. Now there's some lightning strikes down there in the more southerly portions of this region, but overall just rain right now. As we continue to warm throughout the day, we'll see this convective develop, become more widespread. We'll see those lightning strikes become a lot more common occurrence. In northeastern portions of Montana, we have this rain showers that are developing right now. Now this one does have some lightning strikes that are contained in it, so we're getting some thunderstorm cells inside these rain showers in northeastern Montana right now, and it's going to become a lot more widespread as we progress through the afternoon. Just a little bit more heating and a little bit more energy is going to be available out there. Look at our temperatures across the state. We're going to be in those 60s and 70s widespread right now. We have 73 for Dickinson, 71 for Bismarck, 68 for Minot, and 70 for Wilson. So overall, some very warm temperatures out there this afternoon. We still have plenty of heating left in the day. Looking at our high temperatures for tomorrow, we're going to be in those 50s and 60s once again. 50s out towards the more eastern portions, 60s out towards the west, and in eastern Montana, even getting into some 70s. We have 71 for Sidney, 62 for Bowman, 55 for Flasher, 59 for Garrison. Looking at those 10-day temperature trends, we've got a cold front working its way. It might be the tail end, but we still have a cold front working its way through the state. That's what's going to cause all of our convective activity this afternoon, but after that, we're going to start to see a cooling trend here for the next couple of days. We're going to get into the 60s for tomorrow and be over the 50s for the weekend, but starting next week, we have a ridge built in. We'll get a lot of that southerly flow that's going to bring us warm temperatures once again, getting back up into those 60s, and even next weekend, there's a small chance to see those 70s. Looking at our wind speed and direction, we're primarily the south-southeast, anywhere in those low teens into the upper 20s. So a bit of a wide spread of winds out there this afternoon. Bowman being the strongest at 28 for the sustained winds, 21 for Harvey, 7 for Watford City, and 23 for Linton. And we do have gusts out there this afternoon, so we're looking at upper 20s and maybe even a 30. We have 30 for Linton, 26 for Hettinger, 28 for Beach, and 22 for Minot. And expect those gusts to persist throughout the day. As these thunderstorms build and develop and then they collapse on themselves, there will be outflows from these systems that will cause increased winds here or there. Looking at precision cast here for the next couple of days. Now, there's really high confidence in this right now. Right now, we're seeing those rain showers in northeastern Montana and northwestern South Dakota, and it's really reflected here. So it's being fairly spot on with the current development. So as we head forward in time, this evening, we'll start to see those become a lot more organized and developed as far as the cells are concerned. So we're going to see those more organized thunderstorms in the later hours this evening. As we push off into the far late hours of this evening, we're going to get into the more central portions of the state. Now, from this system, we're looking at the potential for rain, lightning, and some pea-sized hail for a majority of the state. Now, folks out there in the western portions of Carson County, you do have a higher likelihood of seeing a little bit more severe weather comparatively to the rest of the state. You might see some increased hail sizes over that pea-sized hail. Now look at precision cast here as we roll into the early morning hours of Friday. We'll start to see that become a wider swath of that rain that's going to pretty much persist until we get into Saturday afternoon. Saturday afternoon, we're going to see that move off into the more eastern portions of the state. And now this moisture gets kind of locked here in the eastern portions of the state here for the next couple of days. We'll see that wraparound moisture come right back for Sunday evening as well as that low moves off and gets a little bit of access to that Great Lakes region for as far as the moisture is concerned. Make sure you tune in to KX News at 4 because I'm going to go over our wind chances all the way through the weekend coming up in my full forecast.